Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. David here, and today is just a quick video answering a question that I get asked an awful lot, both on this channel, over on Instagram and through the business with Sophie, and that is, how long should your parrot or bird be outside the cage? It is a really common question, and I thought I'd try and do a quick video just to answer it and give my opinion on this issue. So how long should your parrot be out of the cage? Now, there's no real strict answer. However, me and Sophie are big believers in as long as possible. The more time they get out of the cage interacting and having fun, the better for them. But there's a big but to this question, and that is where a lot of people get hung up on, and I thought it was important to talk about that. It is so important that when your parrot is out of the cage and interacting with you, interacting with the environment, that it is about quality of time rather than quantity of time. A parrot that's out for only an hour with training, interaction, lots of fun, foraging, loads of great activities gets more enrichment and value from the outing than a parrot that's out for 24 hours and is left to their own devices and absolutely nothing is done with them. They're just literally left to just fly around and do their own thing. There is an exception with a bird room, obviously, because a bird room is set up with loads of toys and stuff, but that is an exception to that rule. Quality of time is so much more important than quantity of time, and I'm not saying that you can get away with just giving your parrot an hour a day of outing. They need a lot more than that, but if you had to give them less time, making it the best possible time is much more valuable than just letting them free roam and doing whatever they want in your house, chewing up furniture, getting into danger, not having fun interactions with you. It is so much more important to give them quality time. One of the things that annoys me a lot about the internet, and there is quite a lot about it, but I don't try to talk about it because I don't want to be a negative channel, is there's a lot of stuff on forums, on social media, all sorts of places talking about, oh, my parrot's out 24/7, I'm a better bird owner than you because your parrot's only out for 8 or whatever. And what I find funny about these sort of, I don't know, matches, like one-upmanship matches, is often when you look at those parrots that are out 24/7, they get the absolute minimal interaction. There are exceptions, obviously with the bird rooms or people who provide lots of enrichment, but most of the time they're just out. And that can be fine, but if that owner's like not doing anything and then they encounter behavioural problems later, which is why they end up on the forums in the first place, they can't then go and say, well, you know, what's the problem? It's because you're not doing anything. There's no need for matches. This isn't a competition. We're not trying to compete with each other. We should be just trying to do the best for our birds and making them the happiest we possibly can. Now, you may notice from this video, I am trying to steer away from giving minimum maximum times. A lot of time is great. Too little time is not good, but you want to be sitting in a happy medium, you know. You want to be giving your bird a minimum of 2 hours a day, say if you're working or whatever, with quality time. So when during that time, say you've been at work all day, you come back and then they have lots of fun time with you. That is so important. Also, providing a companion for your bird and a huge cage or bird room will also alleviate some of this problematic scenario where, you know, that you're worrying about the time out. As much time as possible is best, but best quality time with lots of activities is the ideal. And just to stress the point, if I haven't enough already, when your bird is out and about, make sure there's a foraging tray, make sure there's a play stand, make sure you have a training activity planned, and lots of fun things for them to do, because that makes that outing so much more rewarding. Which leads on to my next point. You know, when they're in their cage, there's a lot of a misnomer with the word cage, you know. We need to start moving away from that and start to see it more as a bedroom environment. Their cage should not be a cage. It should be spacious, it should be big, it should have lots of fun activities for them to enjoy in there. And when you start seeing it that way, you can start furnishing it that way, and you can start making it amazing fun activity placement by having substrate on the base, by having lots of foraging toys, lots of activities. So when they do have to have in-cage time, there's loads of space, loads of fun things to do. And in some ways, it is beneficial to have in-cage time for parrots. We try and give our parrots at least 1 to 2 hours of in-cage time a day to make sure that we can get what we need to be done during the day, and then they can have some time in there so they're used to it. So that way they will go back in there, they're willing to go back in there, and they can have lots of fun in there and give us time to get what we need to do done. If the boys will let me finish this point, because it's sunny outside and they're being rather noisy this morning, it's about making sure that cage is fun and also giving yourself time. Me and Sophie are fortunate in that we can have our parrots out a lot of the day. We do have to rotate them a little bit as well, purely because of the fact that most of them are rescues and they don't always get on. and due to space requirements. But you know, I am home a lot and I do a lot of work from home, so I'm trying to juggle things when Sophie's not home, and when she is home, I try to focus on other things. We are lucky. I know not all of you are that lucky, so you know, it's best to make allowances and consider your lifestyle before getting multiple parrots, or making sure that your parrot has the companion and the space and the ability to enjoy things. It is all about balance, you know, making sure they have lots of outside cage time and making sure that they have inside cage time that's enriching and fun for them as well. Now that's not to say, I know it's contradictory, that when they are out and about with you, that you have to spend all your time with them. A lot of the time can be spent with them. We try to focus on our birds. However, we do just pop them on the play stand and let them have fun on their own for independent activities. That is very important too. Balance, again, comes into it. Making sure you have structured training sessions so they can have that, but then let them have their own thing. It's when you have too much of one thing. When they're in cage all the time, that's really bad. When they're out all the time and not getting anything fun, that's also bad. It's about finding that middle ground every single time. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful and interesting. If you have any questions or other sort of things you'd like me to add to my question series, please do feel free to get in touch. But in the meantime, from me, Pickles and Scampy, Pickles who's eating on the stand, Scampy who's climbing around on his cage, take care and have a really good day.